Yeah, it's a corgi. Gotta nerf those things' cuteness. So yeah, just to recap on what happened last time. Uh, you had agreed to atone for the crimes you may or may not have committed. Decided to work for...
Agreed.
What?
Air quoting that. Agreed.
Agreed, yes. Better than rotting in prison. To work off your debt to the country. After a brief fight testing you with the captain of the Taurus branch of the military, Ingvar Veldi, he assigned you your first task of tracking some disappearances between this and the town of... Town again. Arcturus, that is having people disappear and traveling between the capital of Sirius and the farming town of Arcturus. Before you set out for the night, you went to spend the night at the local Seven Sisters bar, where you won some few games of poker against a man named Navi and was gifted a deck of cards that Goran has taken. So after getting prepared for the night, everyone drifted off to sleep or whatever they may do for the night. And everyone wakes up in the morning. Who is going to get up first then?
Goran just slept downstairs in a chair.
Okay. At some point in the night...
I mean meditate.
Meditated?
Yeah.
Some point, a little bit after dawn, you noticed that the bar owner, Atlas, came in along with his wife and started preparing breakfast in the morning. Just a typical breakfast: bacon, eggs, a little bit of hash brown, stuff like that. Nothing super spectacular, but you can have some if you want it. Part of the staying the night there.
Hey.
And also, you happen to notice sitting at... Let's see, where's that? Right here, you notice the girl you hadn't seen before sitting there reading a book.
Hello, girl I've never seen before. What's in the book?
She looks at you and just goes back to reading the book.
Goran's just gonna walk on over and look to see what's in the book.
It is a book written in Elvish.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I can read any language as long as it's written.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool.
But I can read Elven just straight up because, elf.
Yeah, I know. Basically, she's reading, looks like a history of the world kind of book. Kind of all of what would be a history of the world, kind of like Stephen Hawking's book. Real high-level intelligence reading.
Good thing I'm really high-level in intelligence. What would I need to roll to understand what's in the book?
You can do Arcana or History.
That's easy. I can do either, but I will do History since you said it's a history book.
There you go. Nice.
That's a 13.
Well, considering since you can't read the book directly because she's reading it, you can kind of get the gist of it. Just like I said, history of like the gods and how the world was formed, stuff like that. Would be the equivalent of a college-level textbook.
I see. Reading about the myths of how the Earth started, or whatever this place is called, the planet, Gaia, whatever it is.
I haven't named it. I probably should do that.
Yeah.
Terra. We'll call it Terra because that's the Roman name for Earth.
Yeah, that works.
Some of that is really exaggerated. I should know I live a long time and I'm an elf myself.
Morning,
She just
everyone.
ignores you. Keeps reading the book.
Stop ignoring me. I will have my pixie poop in your food.
You hear Atlas, the bar owner, yell from the back. Don't mind my daughter, Maya. She keeps to herself. Once she's in a book, you can't really get to her.
Gordon will turn toward the kitchen and go, Maya hey, and turn back and go, Maya ho, Maya ee, Maya ha ha. And he'll go sit down.
Okay, Mountain Blood. Looks like you've come down
Yep.
to the main floor.
Morning.
Yep. You can smell the breakfast they've been cooking.
Food.
You hear Atlas go, "Ooh, big guy, you must want a double helping, right?"
Yes.
So he hands you a double helping, and he kind of flexes his muscles. I know what you need. Enjoy, man.
Thank you.
Protein.
I know that reference.
So, Victor would have gotten up at this point. He would have done his just some morning stretches before putting on his. He's not putting on his military uniform. He's putting his normal armor, but he's making sure to keep his normal military his Legion uniform off. And basically he's just gonna be when he comes out, he'll be watching that whole exchange with Goran and just debating where to get involved.
Yeah. After Andaris came down, he probably would have, rather than going for breakfast right away, would have gone outside, done his morning routine consists of a little workout that's basically somewhere between Tai Chi and yoga. A lot of.
Would you have done that before dawn?
Nah. No, I would say the sun would have would have been up at least somewhat by the time he got up.
Okay, when you were outside, you want to do a perception check then.
Sure. Let's see. Perception. 8.
You could have sworn it was brighter than it should be for the how early it was, but you can't place why.
Just squints up at the sun. Both for the reason that you kind of have to squint to look at it, and doing the Philip J. Fry squint at it. But yeah, eventually he would have made his way back inside and ordered a regular helping of the breakfast.
Okay. So everyone finishes eating. At that point, you see another man in his normal military regalia walk in and stuff like that. Evening, gentlemen. Your cart you acquisitioned is ready. You can depart for Arcturus whenever you are ready.
Victor would snap a quick salute, and then would pipe up and say, and the healing potions that we had requested.
You were already given them.
Oh, we were?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I didn't write that down in my inventory. Okay.
Yeah, each of you got two the lowest level of healing potion.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't mark that down either. I thought they said they were gonna give them to us later.
Oh, you were given them right after the fight.
Okay.
Basically, he tells you your cart is waiting for you at the northern gate, which was good 10-minute walk from your location.
All right. Before the soldier steps out, Victor basically comes over to him and says, "Just a quick word, hey man. Just want to ask you about the road ahead and any other than the obvious trouble we'll be looking forward to. Just I know if there's anything rough and tumble or anything we should worry about." So
no,
he gestures the soldier to walk outside.
Let me do a little check for this guy quick. Basically, he tells you, no, it's just a pretty basic farm area row. It's a little rough because it's, farmland. Occasional wild animals sometimes attack people, but that's not super common. It's just, wolves and other stuff like that.
Common
otherwise-
forest creatures.
Yep. Nothing like the mass whole like parties of 3-4 people just disappearing between towns.
But otherwise, the roads are pretty clear. The roads are pretty much clear. Basically as for an Imperial Highway goes, just just standard box standard roads.
Yeah, pretty much.
Random ruffians causing problems. All right. Well, at that point he would slip a letter. Victor would have made the night and pass it over to the soldier. Says this is for the legate, and you can let him know we'll be heading out this morning.
Yep, I will get that to Legate Ingvar as soon as possible.
Thank you. Snaps another salute and returns to his meal.
Yep, he does the Iter ad Astrada salute back to you and walks off. Okay. Anybody else want to do anything before you head to the town gate?
Nothing leaps to mind.
Mm-mm.
No, I think I'm pretty much good.
Let's roll.
Okay, so you just take about half an hour passes for you guys to eat. Maya's still reading her book, paying no one any heed. You hear Atlas yell from the background, "Good luck catching those bandits or whatever's causing it."
I barkeep and just keep the place warm. Keep some seats set aside for us. I don't think we'll be too long. Just probably some ruffians.
Thanks for the big helping of food.
Thanks for behaving tonight, unlike last time, big guy.
No problem.
Okay, I want everyone to do another perception check when you're outside.
Alright.
Oh God, the sun! This is at disadvantage. I have some light sensitivity.
That's
Oh.
more like it. 23.
It's just sun. It can't be that bad. Steps outside.
Perception. Boink. Holy crap.
Okay. Everyone else seemed to think, why is it brighter than normal? Mountain Blood? Why are there two suns? As you look over to the west, above the temple.
So I'm assuming I also noticed the two suns.
What was that?
I say I got a 23. I assume I also noticed.
Yes, you noticed it as well, but Mountain Blood really notices. Above a temple to the west of town, you see what looks like a giant blue sun floating above it.
That's not right.
Vader just kind of like, as soon as he walks out, it's like, my dark vision! It's not even dark. Ah!
Yeah, Doris is going to kind of elbow Victor, who he presumes is from here, to a greater extent than everyone else, and point at the angry blue glow ball suspended over a building and be like, "Has that
Anyone that's
always been
magically inclined can do an Arcana check now that they know that it's there.
here?" All right. Yeah,
What the hell?
he's in addition to the Arcana check, he's just gonna ask like, "Hey, has that always been there?" Because that seems like as simple a start. Let's see.
Yeah, Victor, you know that's always been there.
That's just the second blessed sun that apparently this town likes to have.
That is an 18 on Arcana.
Totally not a waste.
Yeah, that thing is radiating radiant energy.
Oh God, does anyone have any sun cream? Ugh. It's not
But
good
yeah,
for
you
my
know
purple skin.
Victor, you know it to be known as the Gift of Solaire. It is a basically a gift from the goddess of stars that bless this city. Basically, it's always held above the Optimus Maximus Great Temple in town. What'd you get on your Arcana again?
18.
18. You can tell basically what it does. It seems to it'll ward off like undead would have a hard time doing anything in this city, and it seems to aid people if you're hurt. You basically short rests, you heal more than you would if you're in city range of it.
Would I know undead has been a problem for this town based on, like, say, a history check? Or is that just been...
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just to be a bit more clear. Just history check on this great arcane item. It's like how long it's been here, why is it here, yada yada yada.
Ouch.
Never mind.
Nothing you come to mind knows about undead invading the city, but you know it's been here since about the start of the rise of the Empire about 1,000 years ago.
Oh. So I basically turned. Oh yeah, that's right. That's just the gift of Solaris. Apparently,
Just Solaire, S-O-L-A-I-R.
sorry, gift of Solaire. It was apparently some kind of divine gift or arcane item that was put here about 1,000 or granted 1,000 years ago. I don't know. I'm not much of a history major.
But you do know that the goddess Solaire is the primary religious worship goddess of this area.
Yeah, at this point, I would like to point out I would make note of that, but I would also point out Victor is heavily averting his eyes.
Which is why you don't come to the capital very much.
Yeah, it's might have something to do with all the Godmothers. Anywho, we should probably be going.
Yeah,
Oh
Andaris is
god,
doing,
it's so evil and bright.
Andaris is doing the, like, concerned lich face at this thing between the giant glowing radiant ball over the temple and the deck of illusions that, oh, those are just, casually given out. Well, you bested me at cards, so have this magical artifact. He is terrified by the irresponsible use of magic in this country.
So, walking to the gate, you go by. You're kind of on the edge of kind of like the poor district and the middle class district. Kind of walking between that. You see a few kids running around playing. Couple dogs, couple cats laying in the sun, relaxing the day away, being cats.
Getting baked.
Doesn't love good sunbathing.
Nice, happy little town. So, reach the gate. See a couple guards post about out at the nothing. It's the gate isn't drawn down or anything. Just open up. People come in for go as they please. See a few people pulling in carts filled with wheat and hay. A few things of corn, stuff like that. Just more traders passing through.
So at this point, we'd be heading towards the cart we were told, or we'd be driving that already.
Yep, you do see a little hand-drawn two-wheeled cart sitting by one of the guards. See one of them sitting there, looking around like he's looking for somebody. He sees you and immediately flags you down. Say, hey, you Victor?
Snaps the salute and say, yes, that was
good. I got your cart for you here if you want to come and grab it. Couldn't acquisition you a horse one, so you'll have to have a hand-pulled one, unfortunately.
I can handle that.
Yeah. That reminds me, the biggest thing while we're out here, we need to make sure we don't look like professional soldiers, which might not be that hard, but still, we want to draw the wrong attention. At least that's the plan I cooked up last night. So, yeah, while we're out on this road, anything that's belonging to the military or have us shows that we're led, we should probably stow away. Unless anybody has any other ideas.
I still can't see Dick. Too goddamn sun. What the hell was I thinking?
All right, maybe we should discuss this outside the range of the globe.
Yeah, if you go outside the wall, the second sun should be blocked by the wall because the walls are pretty tall.
Thank Arcana. So yeah, yeah, he would have stuffed whatever spare equipment and bags just in the cart.
Yeah, he would. And he would look a bit puzzled at the notion of soldiers drawing the wrong kind of attention, but you know, when in Rome, Rome asterisk, and he would have stuck his tabard or whatever sort of uniform accoutrement he was given into the cart as well.
Well, if you don't mind me, I probably should elaborate. Hey, mind you, this is as we're traveling. Victor would point out, well, since they're attacking random people, the one thing I haven't heard is whether they've been attacking soldiers. So it sounds like it's mostly been civilians. It's been traders, possibly armed guards, but otherwise no one in an official capacity. Which is my point. If we look like we're people of an official capacity, they might be a little bit wary. We want to make sure we get caught, if only so that way we can figure out where they're coming from, who they are, and what they're up to.
I see. You wish to look hapless, like a target of opportunity.
He basically taps his two fingers to his temple, like, yeah, that's the idea.
Gordon's just gonna go, oh God, some sun in my eyes. I can't see anything out here.
Don't you have like prestidigitation or something? Can't you just conjure up some shade?
I mean, that's why I have a hood up, but goddamn, is it bright in there?
What is that hideous glowing thing in the sky? They call that the sun, sir. Well, turn it off. It offends me.
Okay, so when you get outside of town, you see come to a four-prong fork in the road. You see a sign that says pointing north says Polaris. One that points to the east says Canopus. And one that points kind of west. Let me see. Sagate. I forgot how to say that city. And then you see another little path kind of between the north and the east that says Arcturus. Arcturus.
As I recall, Arcturus is where we should be heading.
Yeah, so are we heading there directly, or did anyone have any particular reason to detour?
Currently, no. I'd rather we get this over sooner than later. Besides, no one wants to be wanted for dereliction of duty.
Can I check to see if there's any recent travel in the area?
Yeah, you've met a couple people already coming from that path.
Okay.
So
Each and every one of them, Gordon's asked, are you kidnapping people? I can't tell. I can't see. Are you?
There's no one here, Gorn.
I can't see dick!
I'm sorry to hear that about you.
Yeah, whatever. Don't expect me to save your ass next time.
Sounds like a personal problem to me.
Laugh at the guy who can't see in the light. Yeah, living in the dark forest your whole life. Jackass.
Well, I would say that's a problem, but, you know, that sounds like an opinion you're having. Anywho, it's like, let's keep going. Let's go.
Goran, did you read the sign for the city directions?
I can't see!
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay, did anyone read out the name of the cities?
I'll do it. It's point out. Well, northeast or northwest is Arcturus.
Northwest.
So
Or no, sorry, northeast. Sorry, I said that wrong.
So northeast is where Arcturus, where somewhere between here and there is where people are suddenly being kidnapped. And then read out like their towns to the east, west, and south.
I gave you the east, west, and north. I didn't say the south city.
Sorry. Oops.
The east was Canopus, north was Polaris, and west was Sagate.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Do you mind putting that in chat for me, just so I can grab that?
Sure.
Thank you.
Also, I did forget to mention there was another one where it says to the east is Altair.
Let's see.
And one signpost at the bottom that says Albuquerque, 437 miles.
I will say this, the one that says Canopus looks like it was added more recently.
So it's a fresher looking sign.
Yes.
Sagittarius to the west, Polaris to the north, Canopus to the east, and Altair is also to the east.
Which place doesn't have any sun?
You would know that the Sagate would be a little bit without the sun.
All of them in about 12 hours.
Yeah, I'm useless with the sun outside. I get it. Stop it.
You want to do a history check, Goran?
Anytime you ask me for a roll, I will roll it.
Hey, that looks promising.
Do you have advantage on that?
No, I wouldn't have any sort of advantage unless you gave it to me.
Okay. Couldn't remember if that was one of your abilities that gave you. You just got it's instant advantage on or something. But that's good enough that basically the Sagat, you grew up in the forest area, correct?
Yeah, deep dark forest. Yep.
Yep, that was the biggest city close to where you grew up, so you kind of know a little bit about that area.
Yeah, lots of caves, dark, dank forests, very strong and thick canopy, no sunlight. Yep.
Couple big swampy areas too.
Yep. I miss home. Perhaps I should get some sort of parasol to block out the sun. Yes, he starts writing in his book. Parasol equal must.
I'm pretty sure because you're blind, it's just random scribbles.
I can read all writing.
He can transcribe it to Braille.
If it's writing, I can read it.
Sadly, I do not have any spell that would help with that, so guess you're just.
So before you head out, do you want to form any kind of group or path you want to travel in, direction-wise? Like who's in front, who's in middle?
Mountain Blood's pulling the card, so.
I'd say I'd probably, of course, stay in the back, being probably one of the stronger of the members.
We're taking a cart, right? The cart can fit us all in the cart, right?
One or maybe two people. It's not a big cart.
Gordon goes shotgun.
I'm assuming it's more for possessions and like emergency. You know, someone can't move under their own power.
Hi, can't see. You pulled me. Bye.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, it's either that or we tie a rope around him, so. Mountain Blood, do you
I
mind?
am not being tied by a rope. No, that's not happening.
Mountain Blood, do you mind?
Go ahead. I can pull.
I mean, he looks really strong, so, you know. I don't weigh a lot.
Hey, you wanted to
I
give
can
me a little
handle it.
strength check, Mountain Blood?
Sure. As soon as I put my sheet away, let's see.
Well, that's
Whoops.
a save, not a
Got that
strength
wrong.
check.
Sorry, still learning. There.
Yeah, you pull this cart with relatively little little issues, even with Gorin in it. So
Yeah. I've been lifting my entire life.
Well, I'll take the lead then, and I guess that leaves Andreas to take the rear.
Yeah, I was going to suggest either him pulling the cart and us kind of flanking it to either side. But if you want to scout ahead a little bit, and I'll take up the rear.
I got that. I'll send the pixie forward. She'll let me know if anything's going, and he will send his pixie 100 feet ahead of us.
Actually, yeah, flanking would be better. So yeah, that works out fine. So, well, that should be our marching order.
okay, so the guards did tell you this is about a 3-hour walk to the city.
3-hour tour. 3-hour tour.
So yeah, I'm going to, because Find Familiar allows me to do this, I'm going to go ahead and activate my vision and my senses through my familiar 100 feet ahead of us.
Okay, sounds good.
And through that, I think I use her skills to do perception. Let me look. Choose what I want to do. Guess what actually, do I have that now, or do I need a special ability? I think I might need a special ability. Give me 1 second to look it up.
Yeah.
Sure. When he's doing that, everyone else want to just give me some perception rolls for the travel.
Sure.
Sure thing.
24.
That's 22.
Well, that's a nat 20.
I still see that damn second sun.
You can still see it when you blink.
It's burned into my retinas. How do people not go blind?
It's not actually as bright as the second sun. It's only about as bright as like a lantern or so. It's makes the day a little bit brighter, but it's more noticeable at night, I'd say.
I imagine it's like having a big lighthouse in the middle of your city.
Pretty much, yeah. No one went outside at night the other night, so no one got to see it.
Sorry, it's a long list. I gotta make sure I go through this.
No problem. I was going to suggest a marching tune, but I don't have any. I don't have any marching tunes off the top of my head. So
And I think this might be the only character I've ever made that does not have proficiency in some kind of musical instrument.
yeah, it's like
Okay. Yeah, I need another invocation to do that. So I can't do that, but I will send my fairy 100 feet ahead and have her report back every 10 minutes or so with what's ahead of us.
Okay, so during the first 2 hours or so, nothing really catches anybody's eye. You see what looked like could have been a few good end areas. You see a few places that could have been good ambushes, but you can't tell if anything happened there in the past or not. Although, Victor, you do notice that at one of the locations there was a rock that looks like it got slightly pushed aside. Like you can see like the indentation in the road where it was, like the dirt kind of settled in, where like it got knocked out of place.
I normally would go over and take a closer look at it, but now's not a good time, especially since we're trying to maintain an image. So I nudge over. Well, that's not loudly, but we're kind of in a low voice, like, hey, gentlemen, I do believe we may be onto something. Hey, I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna wait for the fairy to come back. Fairy or pixie?
It's Pixie.
I'm gonna wait for.
It's the same difference.
Racist.
But
Fair enough. I actually wrote it down. Victor checks his notes. Flora, yes, the pixie. We'll wait for the pixie to come
that's
back.
my perception roll for my Pixie.
Yeah, she seems to point out a couple places where it could have been a good ambushes. One of them was kind of by where Victor would have seen that askew rock. But did you tell him that or not?
About an askewed rock? Yes.
You didn't see that. Only he did.
Okay.
But you did see a place around there that would have been a good ambushing spot.
So, gentlemen, it appears that well, so far so good. Well, actually, so far so terrible. But definitely had a couple good spots. I've noticed would have been excellent ambush spots.
And no one wants to. You don't want to do an investigation check to that spot?
You know what? What the hell? Like,
Yeah, let's say it's like probably at least check to see if there's anything that's been dropped.
Yeah, does it catch your eye enough to warrant a brief stop, more or less?
yeah, since we have basically nothing to go on, let's take a quick stop while I'll go over and check the rock. No. It's a rock.
Yep, it's a rock.
I got a rock.
It's as strong as I can be, like a rock.
Yeah, if everybody is.
Anyone else?
Can't see, Dick. Can't do it. Nope.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was trying to be discreet about this. Just send one person over to check it out without stopping the entire group. But if we're just basically stopping and all wandering over to have a look, yeah, I'll do an investigation.
Yeah, actually, you know what? An investigation's fine because I don't get disadvantage on that. I could investigate as the best of them.
Investigation.
Yeah, can I consider it like a small rest?
That would be a 15.
Okay.
Stopping pretty quick.
Everyone but Victor notices what looks like something's smacked against it. Like it got pushed by something, obviously. Goran, you notice there's blood on it. It looks like it's been cleaned up, but there was blood on it.
Guys, somebody's, I'm going to assume skull, somehow managed to find this rock.
And succeeded.
Yeah, I don't know if it was coincidence on purpose, but yeah, there used to be blood here.
You also see, hiding under some bushes by it, a belt that's been cut.
There's also a, he kind of looks at everyone, looks at himself. The thing that goes around your waist to keep your pantaloons up.
Belt?
Yeah, that. Sorry, I wear robes. I don't have any need for any other clothing.
So I go over and check the bushes then for the belt. See if there's anything else that's attached to it. Or anything with it.
Okay, investigation check.
How recent was that? Was the blood?
There we go, good roll.
It's a belt.
What would I have to roll for checking to see how old the blood is?
Would be be good for that. Survival check.
Okay.
Survival or medicine, maybe.
If your medicine's better, I'll let you re-roll it with that. That's another good one, I
no,
guess.
it's the same roll.
Okay. Well, since it's been cleaned, it's hard to tell. But what is there is dry, so it's probably been there for a day or two.
At most, a couple days. Probably the latest victim. I would imagine anyone who's kidnapping people is more than like a few hours away from this spot or the road. And yeah. Also, by the way, do we know why these people are being kidnapped? You know, anyone that gotten any ransom notifications, companies, of employees?
As far as the legate of the post has said, no.
From what he said, it just seems to have been random. Just, this person's here, let's get them.
Just folks turning up missing.
That's weird, because if this was organized by a group, you know, they're either doing it to get slaves or doing it for ransom. You know, kidnapping people takes resources. Shifty eye, shifty eye, shifty eye. So, you know, you gotta feed them, you gotta keep them warm, so you want some sort of return from that. So, yeah.
Or so I have read. Amends the drow.
What color is the blood?
Red.
Red? Okay. I know some creatures could have different color blood, so.
Let me see here. Unfortunately, I don't really have any spells that could help us track at the moment.
Nor do I.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah, since it's a high-traveled area, it's pretty much all the tracks are too intertwined to figure out which way is going which. It's been too long.
Also, this is a high-traffic area. To kidnap somebody here with the chances of you being caught is really ballsy. So I'm thinking it's not so much kidnapping as it is something's finding people on the road and taking them somewhere, probably to eat them, or at best kill them.
I actually tend to agree. Actually, does anybody have a map?
You think we may be looking more for a creature than a group of individuals?
Yeah, and I don't want to do something until we're pretty certain we're in the better vicinity of what we think it is. So.
So again, would anybody have a map by any chance?
Victor, I'd say since you were the leader, you can say you have one.
Okay. Yeah, well, that works for me. So I pull out a map of the local region, and I quickly note down where we've been noticing ambush spots, and I make a special note of more than likely. It's like, yeah, this definite ambush took some time ago. Just general notes to hand back once we get back.
Can I see that map for a moment, real quick?
It's like lost, don't damage anything.
How detailed is the map?
Just a basic kind of.
Does it show hill or rock formations? Does it show any forests? Does it show anywhere that something could be having a habitat of?
There is few scattered forests in this area, but not anything significant enough to mark on the map. Basically, just this area is more flat lands and grazing area for farms and cattle.
Yeah, with this land being so flat, this is not like a planned taking people. That would be way too risky.
Although you are on the edge of a forest where you are right now, I should mention.
Oh, we're on the edge of forest? Perfect. Okay. But there's a forest right over here, and I'm guessing there's some sort of wildlife or something taking these people.
Okay, at this point, Victor would switch out his axe on the card to his light crossbow and turns to the group and say, we'll probably be careful at this point. We're more than likely getting close.
And I'm just saying this off of probability. I would like to say this is like a 2% chance this is like some sort of thugs taking people. This looks like this is just, food.
I'll hold my opinion until we actually find something to connect the two.
All right. Well, who's going in first? Because I got something for you.
If nobody else leaps to volunteer, Andaris would.
All right. You're gonna have a little friend riding your shoulder, and she's gonna do this for you.
Oh, nice.
As soon as we enter the forest, she's gonna pop that on you. And what that does is that's gonna help us find anything that may be in this forest that's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or that undead within 30 feet of our first person walking in.
Right.
Let's keep up with the card for now, but might as well stay together. Otherwise, yeah, let's everyone be on guard.
Can I make survival checks as we go through, since I'm familiar with forest and can kind of look for something that might be living in here?
You're gonna be going into the forest then? I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
God damn, these trees are different. Oh God, the sun! Ah, God! Ah,
Wow.
Close your eyes.
ah!
Double nat one. That is.
This, trees are supposed to block that. Why aren't they
Could be
doing
like
so?
fire right now.
So basically, Goran starts leading you through the woods, not saying he's.
No.
No.
Goran's there somewhere. He's just looking around to make sure that he doesn't see anything suspicious. He's behind Mountain Blood.
Yeah, you
Or
see
Andaris
nothing
is in
suspicious.
front. I forget who said it was in
You
front.
suggest that feels like
And
something's that way, and you point towards the other side of the road where there's really more of an open plain.
Right.
If you don't see it, but there's like a big explan that says doubt above Victor.
Guys, why is this
Damn.
forest filled of like purple and blue circles when I close my eyes? Ah, God, it burns.
You managed to catch the one sunbeam in the entire forest directly in the eyes. Good job.
The one god ray was mad at you.
Alright, you're gonna have to trust my fairy now. Please let her help, please.
Yeah, he would, as she's sitting on his shoulder, he would kind of,
She shrugs.
he would offer a fingertip in a, like, handshake manner.
She shakes it, but as she starts to look around the forest, she shrugs. She had no idea. These trees are different.
Yeah, survival's my lowest. I'm not even gonna try. So, onwards and upwards, I suppose.
So who's gonna choose which way to go then?
I'm gonna say we go into the forest. We keep following the path, because if I'm right, trouble will find us well in hand.
All right, you said you were gonna follow the main road to the city or go into the forest now.
Oh, we're in the forest, right? We said we were going in the forest. That's why I was rolling survival.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought we were heading into the forest.
Okay.
And I was rolling
yeah,
survival in the forest because I'm from the forest.
fair enough. Yeah, let's go into the forest. See if we can pick up any clues.
Want to get some survival checks from other people then? See if they can find anything.
What the heck?
Yeah, let's do it.
What did I get? Oh, of course.
17.
I got a 2. See, actually, is that right? Yeah, that's about right.
Okay, I should ask. You're gonna take the cart with you because it's gonna be hard to get that through the woods.
If we don't take it with us, I assume we would at least pull it a little way in and kind of stash it somewhere off the beaten path where it's not just in the middle of the road for people to wander by and be like, hey, let's take this.
Yeah, agreed.
You could probably cover it under like brush and stuff to make it less noticeable.
Yeah, just find ye old bush to park it behind.
Mm.
In that case, I grab my axe back out and stow that away in my own pack. But otherwise, yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so yeah, with Mountain Blood, knowing that he kind of grew up in kind of the more mountainy woods, kind of to the north, knows that sometimes predators like to just kind of lurk in the just outside of the road to ambush prey. So not to go too far into the woods, but kind of stick to the edge of that too a little bit would be the best way to find something.
Mm-hmm. I feel at home.
Basically just kind of keeping ears open, eyes sharp, like trying to find anything that might be sticky, that might be give away as a possible assailant.
So we're just kind of skirting the edge of the forest, looking for corpses / signs of beasties.
Couple hours in, or no, sorry, about half an hour later, I said that wrong. You come across, you can see what looks like kind of a branch off in the road. The one that kind of goes more into the forest, and the one that kind of stays kind of towards the farmlands and stuff like that. You can't make out if there's any signs there or not.
Is this like a paved pathway, or looks like it's, fairly new? Like,
Well, it's a worn down path, kind of more of like a cobblestone path, the alternate path.
okay.
So I checked the map. Is there any sign that this is being some kind of old path is noted on it?
What you can see, it looks like there might be marked as an old fort there.
Sounds like the perfect place for a den. So, yeah, I would basically turn and say, "Oh, it seems to be an old fort and may still be here. Worth checking out."
Forest must have completely overtaken it by this point.
And that would probably make it a good, if we are dealing with some sort of nasty beastie, that would probably make a great place for a den or a hideaway.
Yeah, if we're following the mostly overgrown cobblestone path, Andaris is going to draw his sword to be on the ready at this point.
I still got my light crossbow out just in case.
And then I'll have my axe at the ready. And just a heads up too, I do have this ability of danger sense. So in case something doesn't feel right, I get an advantage on that.
Okay, sounds good. So you come across what looks like a open kind of plain area right before what it looks like the old crumbled fort. You see a couple of trees that look like ones they were using in the front for like shade and stuff like that. Someone want to give me a perception check?
Aye.
Are we all doing it?
Yeah, everybody.
Okay.
Is that a plus 9?
Okay. Victor, you see what looks like a smoldering, like someone had made camp here recently. Victor, no, sorry, Mountain Blood, you see someone kind of, looks like they're lying by it.
Look over there. I think there's someone next to it.
They moving at all or just laying perfectly still?
They look like they're laying perfectly still.
Could
All
be
right.
dead, could be sleeping.
I'll go check it out.
Doris is not going to take the chance on sleeping and is going to kind of try and sneak towards them. So, stealth roll.
Okay, go ahead.
Roll high, roll high,
He's
roll
not
high.
especially good at it, but he's going to try it anyway. That's an 11.
Okay.
Let's see. By the way, can I make like would this be a nature check to see whether there's like any kind of critters in the area? Because normally in like a forest there's chittering of birds, sound of bugs and stuff like. Or is it
Yeah,
like
you've been
mainly
hearing that pretty naturally. It's just the birds, bugs, stuff like that. Hear what looks like like crunching, but you assume that's just to be like a deer in the background or something, as you caught once with the. As you heard a crunch, you saw a deer running away.
So nothing immediately concerning.
You should have control of your characters on this screen, by the way.
So let's see. You said there's a campfire near. There you go.
Just I think you should.
Yeah.
Okay, now that you're up to him, you can give him want to give him an investigation check?
Yes, that's what we'll call a gentle poke with a sword, an investigation check.
Okay.
He is oblivious today. 8.
This man is very dead.
He's a splat on the ground.
Yeah, goes to all the trouble of like sneaking over, brings the sword to his throat, getting ready to like dramatically tell him to identify himself, and it's just like, oh, he's dead.
And you can
That was
see
anticlimactic.
there is a couple of his throat slit.
Oh, good job of killing him, dude. Mission complete. We solved the kidnapping, so we go now.
So I'm gonna go. So Victor's gonna go up, and he's going to rummage through his pockets and see if there's any kind of identification, any spare gold, just anything else that's on this person, or is it all just gone?
Go ahead.
Let's see. That would be investigation, I assume, right?
Yep.
Ooh, good roll. 23.
This guy has already been picked clean. He's got like a little couple daggers on him, but otherwise, everything of importance is already long gone.
So hey, Gorn, you remember that horrible beastie hypothesis you had before? Guess who's wrong?
I said that it was possible that it could be bandits. Maybe it's your guard's fault and your army's fault that they're not guarding the roads. Did you ever think about that?
Oh, there's no need to be nasty about it.
Yeah, there's no need to be nasty about me when I can't see.
Your pixie did try to poop in my drink and fart in front of my face. I don't think I'm a politeness has its limit. Anyway.
I don't control her. She does whatever she wants until I tell her to poop in your food.
We're in the forest. How are you still blinded?
Are we in the forest?
You're in a clearing in the forest by just north of here. You can see kind of the dilapidated fort that's pretty much a couple walls left of it. There's nothing there.
Okay, I thought the fort was pretty well overgrown. It's in a clearing now. I stand corrected.
Anyway, so Vic is going to see if I can remember the controls fairly. He's gonna check the fire and see how long you said this fire was recent. This campsite was recent. How recent would you say it is?
Couple hours, basically, looking at it still red coals in there, it's still hot, but that's not enough wood that's producing flames anymore.
So unless anybody else has anything else.
And you can see multiple blood stains around here, so there maybe was more people at one point, but there's no other bodies.
Anybody else can anybody else check to see if there was just a couple assailants or multiple or a group of people here?
Also, you don't know he did it himself, by the way.
No. He wouldn't have killed himself, then robbed him of every valuable possession. I don't see food. I don't see anything particularly valuable.
Maybe he was poor.
Yes, clearly he slit his own throat, pilfered himself of all his possessions, and then sheathed his own bloodless daggers. Mystery solved. Let's go home.
I agree. Let's go.
/S.
Anyone else want to do an investigation check of the area?
I
Sure.
will.
I will do my investigations. 17.
He is
Zeus. Come on. What?
Darius has pretty much concluded that there is nothing of interest that he is capable of detecting going on with the body itself, so he's probably going to stand up and wander a little closer to the fort while he keeps looking around. Say he just kind of wanders over yonder.
Okay. So yeah, basically what people can see from those investigation checks is it looks like there is a drag line to the road here, here, and here. Like something was dragged.
That would be a...
Gordon's just gonna follow the drag marks.
So basically, once they get to this cobblestone road, you can't really tell where they got dragged anymore because it's smooth and.
That would be a 21 for Andaris's check.
What was that for?
For his investigation check, like I say, he would have rather than keep looking around by the body, he would have wandered up the path a little closer to the fort while he's looking around.
Okay. So you see movement come from the fort. Oh, what's this then? More meat for the fire?
Well,
Brilliant.
Good.
so
2 scores in 1 day. What luck we have, boys.
Vic would really raise his crossbow and put a shot right in his knee. Not having this right now.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Sure thing. Give me one. Let me pull my sheet up. And let me see if I do this right.
That will hit. Roll for damage.
Do I just click the weapon, the damage side of it, right?
I believe so, yes.
Nope.
You click the light crossbow in the chat to the right.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Oh.
So, at that shot, like, come. If you want to come on, try it. Go ahead. We're ready for you.
Okay. This guy get visibly mad. Okay, boys, kill them all.
Oh boy.
Roll
Go.
for
Kill
initiative.
again.
There we go, dying again.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Oh, there we go.
You said to just roll it and then change it in the thing. For what
As long as your token is clicked, you're good.
Yeah. I rolled.
Yeah. last one I sent didn't press my token, so I'll take the 12.
Crap. How do I roll for initiative for these guys again? I haven't done that yet.
When you have their sheets open, you click them, and the little initiative dice is going to be next to their armor class.
I never made sheets for them because they're just monsters from the manual.
If they're monsters from the manual, just click them open, and it will bring up their sheets, and it should say character sheet in the middle, and that's where you'll get all their stats and moves, and right across from armor class, you will see initiative, the little dice.
Jeez.
Yeah, either that or if you happen to, if you don't like have their sheets handy or feel like getting them up, if you happen to know whatever their dex mod would be, you can just roll a d20 plus that for initiative.
So I'll just add them in when needed then here.
What monster is it?
Bandit Captain.
Alright, so if you go right to the compendium and type in Bandit Captain, it'll bring up the character sheet. What you do is you just drag the token over, and we'll pop that into the actual journal part. Once it's in the journal part, you can open up the character sheet, which will have the initiative roll for you.
How do I do that?
So go to the eye in the top right.
Yep. I have the thing pulled up.
Okay. You have Bandit Captain. Just click and hold and drag it right into the battlefield. And then that should drop it right into the journal, which is right next to it. And then at the very top, you'll see it right there, Bandit Captain.
Okay. I'll do that for the other ones quick, too.
Oh, that's so cool.
By the way, above board Wimpy, I am so glad you're here because that knows roll 20 pretty well. It's been a pain sometimes to wrap my head around and learn all at once.
Yeah, I have a lot of experience playing, but I have never DM'd using Roll20, so I am of no help for specifics there.
So they should have their pictures when you drag them from the journal. Sometimes Roll20 just doesn't like to roll the tokens or load up the tokens.
Where the heck is initiative hiding in this?
Alright, so hold on. You can see my pixie, right? Just click right on my pixie to bring up the character sheet. If you go, so it'll start in the bio and info, just character sheet. It'll be right there, right across from armor class next to the actions. It'll say INIT and have a little dice above it. That's the initiative roll. Just make sure you have them clicked. There you go.
Nice.
Okay, so the pixie is up.
What's the bandit's dex roll? A 1? Okay, I'm a 2, so I should be going before that last bandit. Also, you have 4 initiative rolls, and there's only 2 enemy tokens up. There's only 2 enemy tokens in the initiative roll. Are you doing the bandits as 1 roll, or...?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're using the 5, I have a higher dex modifier than the bandits, so I should be going ahead of them.
Okay.
So you could just drag me right above it, and then we'll be all square to go.
Okay.
Alright, my pixie is going to go over to Mountain Blood and just kind of sit on his shoulder and assist him, so he gets advantage on his first attack in his round, as she can act independently of me.
A little friend.
And that's what she'll do.
Sweet. I'm gonna go straight for the captain. And see if I can cut one, two. Go straight for the captain here. And try and hack him down to size here with my great axe.
That'll hit. So 13 damage.
Nice.
Club him right on the shoulder. Get a good chunk of blood kind of spurt up when he takes that. Oh, we got some fighters today, boys. Show them what we can do.
Next will be your head.
Okay, next up is Andorus.
What are they wearing? Just leathers?
Basic leather.
Alright. He is going to use his bonus action to pop Blade Song. And let's see. And then it looks like Mountain Blood's got the captain pretty well handled, he thinks, for the moment. So he's going to stride over and take a swipe at this guy. Let's see. The scimitar, that would be not one. Christ.
Well, swinging at him, you overcompensate your swing, miss, and hit right into the ground, and drop your sword.
Oh no.
Nobody saw that.
I did!
You're blind. You saw nothing.
Roll a perception
Shut
check.
up!
Roll a perception check, Goran, with disadvantage. You didn't see that.
Goran's like over here, feeling for everything. Where's everything? I don't see it.
Saved by the sun.
I just imagine Goran's just.
That end your turn, then?
Yep.
So, Bandit Captain. It's been a while since we've had a good fight. Make it worth it, buddy. Swings at you with his scimitar. It's going to be a 24 to hit your armor.
Yep. That was the hit.
You take 8 damage. Slashes at you again with it. It's going to be a 23.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Another
That
8
kinda-
damage.
Is that another one?
Yeah, you got hit twice. 16 damage.
Well, I'm in the negatives now.
Seriously, he dropped you?
I
You'd have more health than that. You're level 3.
I had 30 to start. From
Yeah, I only did 16.
16 total.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought.
Oh,
you said,
I thought I thought it was like
he said
8
23
and
to
then
hit, and
16.
then he does damage.
Okay, I was understanding it as like 8 and then 16 for the next roll.
No.
I heard the same thing.
Okay,
You got
so
hit for 8
16 total.
damage twice, so 16 total.
Okay, never mind then.
Seeing you drop your blade too, he's going to throw a dagger at you, Anderis.
Alright.
But he's gonna completely miss that one. Austin, that does give you an attack of opportunity for him using a range attack.
Actually, that's not the rule in 5e.
Oh, it's not? Never mind then.
Nope.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, they tweaked that from 3.5 and Pathfinder.
That was the last game I played, so I forgot about that. Okay, well that ends his turn then.
Alright, so I'm up. Victor drops his crossbow, draws his battle axe, and just before running up to the nearest vagabond, he shouts out, "Leave one alive! Everybody else is dead weight." Runs up on this gentleman and basically goes wipe out his head with an axe.
Okay. Roll to hit. That will hit. And he does not like that attack.
Your battle axe is versatile. Are you doing that with one or two hands?
One hand.
Okay.
I think it's set up so that way it's pulling only the one-handed. I have duelist dueling as my fighting style.
So if you have dueling on your attack and spellcasting, there should be a little something that you can check mark right below all of your weapons. So when you're using dueling, you can check that, and it will add in the damage automatically.
Yeah, because I have it set to 1d8 plus strength plus 2 for dueling.
You should not need to do that at all. You should just have your weapon, and then right below you, if you use the Character Mancer, should have dueling in there for you.
I didn't do that. This is the one I put in by hand. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
It'll be fixed. If you decide to do the Character Mancer for level up, it will put it in there automatically for you, because it'll ask you to redo everything class-wise, not character-wise.
Would that give you any more damage doing that properly then?
He's got it all correct, so if you have any questions about the formula as to the damage or the roll, if you just put your mouse cursor right over the number, it will tell you exactly what it did.
Okay. Anything else you can do then?
Let's see. Not at the moment. So that would be my... Well, there are other things to do. I don't want to do them just yet.
Okay. So Goran, you are up.
Goran's going to tell Clora to go ahead and put the bandit captain asleep at the start of her turn, and Goran's going to look at this last bandit and say, no, you're going to stay right where you are at. So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw of 14 or better.
Yeah, good luck with that. I rolled 13, so he is held.
Alright, so he is now held person, which is paralyzed. Any attack on him has advantage and automatically crits.
Oh,
And Goran's going to kind of shuffle over this way to kind of get away from the combat field, and that will be his turn.
Points at one guy, yells freeze, and then Crab walks away.
Okay. Gonna be the bandit's turn. Well, that guy's stuck there. First one up's going to attack Anderis because he's right in his face.
Menacingly.
That's a 11 to your AC.
That will not hit.
Okay. Guess the one in front of Victor is going to attack with him with his scimitar as well. Also, and 11.
I recall that does not hit my. That's not. Nope. Does not beat my AC.
And the third guy is going to look confused as to why he can't move, and that ends their turn. Pixie.
All right. The Pixie's gonna look at this dude, and she has spellcasting that she can do. She looks at that bandit captain and says, "In Sylvan, go to sleep."
Okay, want to click that spell?
So does he have more than 24 hit points?
He does.
Then he goes ahead and resists the sleep and stays awake.
Okay.
And that will be her turn, as she's gonna stay with Mountain here, Mountain Blood.
Okay. You're up, Mountain Blood.
Can take another swing at him.
Okay. That will hit. $15. He is looking pretty beat up right now, but still standing.
Eat blade, you bastard.
That your turn then?
Yep.
Okay.
Man, who would have imagined a Goliath barbarian with a great axe would hit like a goddamn dump truck?
You haven't even raged yet.
I know.
Would snatching his sword up be
That's an action. That's a grappling maneuver.
because I know normally you get one free, like, interact with item whatever action, but because it's stuck in the ground, would it be? It would take.
It's
a whole
not
action.
stuck. It's just you hitting the ground made you drop it.
It's up to Mr. Timmy G, because it is his house and it is his rules. But by 5e rules, for you to pick up your weapon requires a full action.
Well, in that case,
Yep, and that's what I go by.
well, in that case, he is going to cast Shadow Blade. Boop.
Gordon just looks at you. Why couldn't you do that in the first place?
He likes to leave that one in his back pocket in case he needs it. That, and it's not dim or dark here, so he's not getting like advantage on rolls. But just for the sake of quickly having a blade at hand, a blade of
Okay.
conjured darkness just flickers into his hand, and he takes a slash with it for a modified 20 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, and that is, let's see, where are my d8s at? Wait, is it, yeah, 2d8. That is going to be, let's see, 14 plus 3, that is going to be 17 psychic damage.
Well, you kind of you slash right at his throat, starts gurgling, grasping his throat, and falls over dead.
Nice.
And, well, what with no longer having to worry about an attack of opportunity from him,
So, Mr. Timmy G, if you click on the token, you'll bring up 3 circles and 2 in the lower left. If you click the one that isn't a gear, you'll bring up a menu of markers. And I just use the red X to mark death.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure how to.
it's kind of funnier, I think, if he's just laying on his side.
I mean, you can use the skull and crossbones if you want. But I do like the laying on the side dead. That's pretty good.
But, yeah, with him,
We'll do both.
Okay. With him dealt with, he is then going to head over to flank this guy. And that'll
Okay.
be his turn.
So, like, you guys can use that as well. So when you click your character, you'll see the red, green, and blue. Red is your health, green's your AC, blue is temporary hit points.
Okay, so the bandit captain getting kind of pissed off at this Goliath that's beating him up pretty good. Takes another swing at him.
How dare you make him bleed his own blood?
And that's only going to be a 13 to AC.
That breaks even with my AC.
Trying to remember, is a tie go to the attacker or to the defender?
Goes to the attacker.
Okay.
My good read just refers to as meets and beats it, so meets.
Kind of nicks you more with this one, only does 4 damage.
Okay.
And that's only a 8, so that's gonna miss. And here. Seeing you over in that corner doing something, Goran, he's gonna throw a dagger at you.
Yeah, disadvantage.
Yep. But he's pissed at you because he saw you do stuff.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know. That's good to know.
How dare you wiggle fingers at my boys?
He saw you.
Actually,
He saw you
what's-
go. Hold on,
what's
dude.
dagger range? Dagger
60.
40. Oh, okay, it's 60. Okay, 20's the non-imposed disadvantage.
Yeah, with disadvantage, it's still gonna be a 16.
Oh, fuck this guy.
Does that hit?
Yeah, it does hit, but I do that.
That's your reaction, correct?
Yep.
Oh, he fails that, so.
That's 15 points of fire damage. What damage do I get against me for that dagger hitting me?
You take 6 damage.
Okay, that's not bad.
Just hear me, oh, son of a bitch!
Oh, yeah, well, fuck you!
Fuck you!
Well, fuck you!
Scintillating conversationalists, aren't they?
And he's looking pretty beat up now, but that ends his turn,
And on
so it's.
fire.
Well, they only are bandits.
And you're up, Victor.
All right. Now last I checked, a 5-foot step doesn't trigger. I know for 3.5, 5-foot step doesn't trigger type of opportunity, but I don't know if it's the same.
Oh yeah, you had concentration up.
Yeah, I'm fine though, because I had to beat a 10 there, and I got an 18. Welcome to what I'm going to be taking on my next level up.
So what were you trying to do then, Victor? So.
Hey, I just need to know, is a 5-foot shift still a thing in 5e?
As long as you do not leave combat range for your whomever you're engaged with, you're fine.
Yeah, if you want to
Right.
move here,
That's
yeah, there,
exactly-
it's fine.
All
You get that
of this
flanking
around
bonus.
him is fine.
Yeah, you can,
If you moved here, though, he'd have an attack of opportunity.
you can
Okay,
run,
so that-
run circles around him all you want, so long as you don't actually step away from him.
Yeah, so that's perfect. So Victor's just gonna sidestep to right here. Then he's going to look at the man that's still that's still being held against his will, and with a flick of his left wrist, unleash a lightning. Actually, not. Let me pull out the spell. A lightning lure, and pull this man closer to the murder pool.
Because he's technically incapacitated, this is at disadvantage because he's on the ground.
Oh wait, puts him on the ground.
Yeah, because he's paralyzed. Yeah, that means they're basically incapacitated, and anything that is ranged at someone that's on the ground is at disadvantage.
So that would mean even spell. Well, here's the thing. Let me post the spell.
It's any ranged anything is at disadvantage.
Because it doesn't technically count as an attack unless he comes within 5 feet of me. Then he just immediately takes damage.
If you have to roll an attack roll at ranged, it's at disadvantage.
Yeah.
If it's a save, he automatically fails.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't have. He doesn't. He just has. He would have to normally make a save, but otherwise, there's no range attack. It just happens.
Okay, if it's a save, he automatically fails.
Okay, so this man is now pulled. Let's say it'd be pulled up to 10 feet in my direction, and then takes 1d8 lightning damage if he's in 5 feet of me.
Yep. Go ahead and roll for damage then.
Yeah. If it's a save, he automatically fails.
As you drag him across the ground, pulling him towards you. You go, ooh, son of a bitch!
Oh, he can't talk. He completely frozen.
Ah.
He's literally just...
Let's see, let's do a good old... He takes 3 lightning damage.
Ooh, ouch.
Because I don't think I set that spell up to do what I
Shock.
wanted. So while he's shocked, I'm going to flip over to using Action Surge. And turn back to the other gentleman, to the ranger that's currently caught in a murder sandwich, and hack at him with my axe. So,
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just saying, the guy who's paralyzed, you have advantage and it auto crits.
You know, I didn't think of that. I just want him closer so that we can both beat him up when we're done with this man. Live and learn. Anywho, so that's a nat 1.
That's why I waited to say something. Don't want to meta.
Yep. Yep, that's exactly why I'm
gonna high-low this and see what happens.
Live and die. Sorry, you were saying?
You just whiff completely, and your axe is kind of now partially stuck in the ground. You're still holding it. But basically, nothing bad happens. You just miss.
You gotta do that awkward wiggle to get it out first.
Well, that's my turn.
Goran, you're up.
All right, Goran's going to look at his pixie, start an incantation, and do this through his pixie, which cancels out my light sensitivity because I'm using something else to do the casting with. Against the bandit captain. That's a 22.
That will hit.
As my fairy goes and boops him on the nose with a cold touch, he takes 7 points of damage and cannot regen any sort of hit points until the start of his next turn. And Goran's gonna kind of walk over here, and then that's gonna be his turn.
Okay. It's up to the bandits. You hear this one going. Other one is like, oh crap, and just swings wildly at the first guy you can see, which is Anderis again. In his desperation, somehow criticals you.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh yeah!
Well, I rolled crap on the damage die. It's only going to be 4 damage.
Okay.
I was about to say, like, the man just windmills while flailing his arms around and accidentally crits. But unfortunately,
it just doesn't land good.
It bonks you on the head with the wrong part of the sword.
And that ends his turn. Pixie is up.
Pixie is now going to assist Mountain Blood on his next attack. So he has advantage on his next attack against this bandit. And that's it.
I can be very hard to hit when I want to be. With Blade Song up, my AC is 19. I can pop shield for another 5 on top of that. That doesn't really help for nat 20s.
Okay, Mountain Blood, you're up.
Alright, I am going to... I think I'm going to go into a... I'm going to...
I'll tell you this. You can look at this guy. He does not look like he's in good shape.
Can you,
No,
can we basically, if we're trying to down but not kill someone, like, I don't know if he's specifically the one we wanted to take alive to interrogate, but if he were, would Mountain Blood be able to just declare, non-lethal damage while finishing him off?
Yeah, that's completely
Mm-hmm.
in 5e if you want.
Okay, so whether or not you leave him alive is at your discretion, but you do have the option to.
And just saying, you do have the guy that's paralyzed.
Yeah, because I was saying that's also the reason why I'm probably leaving him there in the hold just in case.
Yeah, it's like
So we don't wipe everybody.
Yeah, he's paralyzed. He would be, easier to restrain, but this guy is the leader and might know more. Is my thinking.
Yeah, as much as I would love to just cut his head off. Yeah, instead of, I was thinking I was going to go into a reckless attack, but just completely murder him, but yeah, I'll just attack to knock him out. I think
Okay.
that'd probably be the best choice. So,
Remember, this is at advantage already.
So, I'll attack with the Great Axe, but if it does kill him, I just want to cut him down to where he's knocked out or subdued.
Okay. That will hit.
Aw, I was doing so well too.
He is still up after that attack, though.
Damn.
Anything else you want to do?
No.
Okay. Andaris, you're up.
If only you'd been able to pull Ragdoll there 5 feet closer. I would have been able to do a cool thing. But in the meantime, let's see. No, all of these spells I am thinking of would also hit Victor, so he's just going to slash at this guy with the Shadow Blade. That's a 14.
Still hits.
All right. That will be for 13 psychic damage.
Same thing as the other guy. Basically, starts quivering his head and just falls over dead.
Too much edge for that man to take.
And he's just going to keep on nimbly dancing around to this guy, just in case he gets up.
Oh, he ain't getting up. He there for a bit.
That ends your turn?
Yes.
Captain goes, "Oh, you useless pieces of crap!" swings another attack at Mountain Blood. That'll be a 16 to hit.
All right.
Does that
Go
hit?
ahead.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Only
thing is
gonna
about
be
barbarians,
5
they're not
damage.
AC tanks.
Does another swing. That one's gonna miss. That's a 2 on the die.
Womp.
As he throws a Victor or a dagger at Victor. Well, let's just say his bandit buddy is taking 7 damage from the dagger that hits him in the shoulder.
That's a crit.
Yeah.
If he not won that and hit his friend, that's a crit because he's paralyzed.
Okay, and that then with the second damage hits him right between the eyes.
God damn it.
And has now killed that guy.
I picture that as like he does the wind up, like it draws the dagger back to throw it, and it just slips out of his hand, so he throws it backwards.
You just see a look in his
throw,
eyes like,
jackass.
shit. Victor, you're up.
Oh, well, let's see. I'm going to try. Well, since I don't have to worry about keeping the other bandit vaguely alive,
Oh.
I'm just going to see. I'm just going to get into a nice clear range. Yeah, that'll do. Can I do a non-lethal firebolt to this man's chest?
No.
Oh.
See, I always say yes, but if you critical, you kill him.
And I'm assuming a crossbow bolt would do the same thing too.
Take it to the knee.
I mean, he could be more on fire.
He could be, but I would like to have him alive for questioning. So, Mr. Timmy G, would it be okay with you as DM for me to use my crossbow to shoot this man in the knee and not kill him?
See what you roll.
Okay, so I'm going to drop my axe, use my weapon bond to summon back my crossbow as a bonus action, and from main action, let's try and not kill this fool. 16.
Okay, roll for damage.
Oh, here I go. Right in the other kneecap.
With that, he grunts and falls over as you aim and more hit him in the upper thigh. He is unconscious and bleeding out, but he is not dead at this point.
Nice.
Huzzah! Well, I go back and scoop up my axe.
My pixie is going to make a medicine check on him to sustain his life.
Okay.
I'm assuming the DC is just like a death saving roll.
Yep.
Okay. As long as I don't nat one, I probably won't kill him. If I don't succeed, then we all roll until he's either dead or stable.
Fingers crossed.
That's a 10 right on the nose.
Just the gentlest boop.
Okay.
She takes some pixie dust and just kind of like pats it in there to absorb the blood.
He is still excuse me. Still unconscious, and the blood is still looks like it's slightly bleeding out, but If left unattended, he might bleed out, but not immediate case of death.
Pixie blood is a natural coagulant.
Well, since we're not in immediate danger of being attacked again, I pull out my healing potion.
We should tie him up.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I do have rope, so out of my explorer's pack, I pull out some rope and tie him up first.
I'm gonna try a medicine check myself.
Yeah, see if we can.
Oh, there we go.
Stabilize him before we go wasting.
Yeah, you get him fully. Get a tourniquet around where the bolt's sticking in him. Leave it in there just for good measure, just to make sure it doesn't bleed out. You don't care if this guy's uncomfortable, but the bleeding has stopped.
Oh. All right, perfect. He's all stable now. Tie him up. I'm going to rest for an hour. Big guy, you should do that too, because you took some damage.
Yeah, I was actually going to offer my healing potion to Bound Blood.
Just to meta, if we wait an hour just around this campfire, that's a short rest. I will gain all of my spell slots back, and we can use as many hit die as we want to regenerate our health.
That's fair.
Yeah, Andaris is going to wander over and reclaim his dropped sword, and he's also, as he's walking by, checking to see if all these other guys are all like super dead, or if any of them are just unconscious.
Nah, they're all dead. You slit that one guy's throat, and a blade between the eyes is kind of dead.
Yeah.
So yeah, we really want to save our potions for combat. If we can take a short rest to use hit die, we should do it.
In that case, before we drag the captain over to the campfire, loot the bodies.
Okay.
I was about to say we should probably check the captain.
Investigation check.
Hey, no contraband. That's theft. You don't have legal precedent to take their stuff.
They're first off, they're bandits too. Whatever
you need a warrant. You need a warrant. I know the laws.
They're bandits out of the countryside attacking people. They get rights, but not right now. Not while they're dead on the ground. Besides, anything we find that's valuable that tells us they were the people behind all this, we can turn in for an extra reward. Anything else? Well, we'll discuss that.
We're the law. When we do it, it's not called stealing. It's called civil forfeiture.
I also like that it took a group of 4 known criminals to come investigate this abandoned fort so close to the city with people being kidnapped. You guys just like dumb or something?
Well, on that note, I would like to point out I'm not really with the army. I'm just hired to
mercenary.
There you go. There you go.
Independent contractor.
And the other 3 are conscripts.
So, you can insult the army all you like. It doesn't really bother me.
So, gonna roll the investigation check to search the bodies?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, boy.
Oh boy, I got that 20.
I have no idea why this random wolf had 138 gallon of magic fire ring in its stomach.
Yep.
I got that reference.
Great. That's better.
Yeah, do we want to just say we're each checking whichever body is closest to us?
Yeah. I'll check the captain first, and yeah, let's do it that way, then we'll just work through the rest of the remainder.
All right.
Sure.
Say 15.
My investigation was a 24 on that 20 on the nose for the captain. I believe. Now, do I need to do a second investigation on the remaining body, or is somebody else want to grab that?
I think sounds like Goran immediately fell over and zonked out by the campfire.
I can't sleep. Meditating.
So, yeah, Andaris will check Mr. Paralysis also.
Well, Mr. Formerly Paralysis.
Yes.
I mean, he's permanently paralyzed now.
He didn't
Mr.
get less
Crispy.
paralyzed when the knife went through his head.
Okay, you find a lot of stuff on this bandit captain. You find about 150 gold on him. A couple of eye agates that are one blue, one green.
Pretty.
And then, well, you find his swords, his scimitar. He's using a couple more throwing daggers he hadn't a chance to throw yet.
So basically, it was a one scimitar, or just two.
Let me see what he's actually said he has in his stats.
Probably just the one. When I gather, the double scimitars are.
Yeah,
pretty
just the one.
How can you spell scimitar?
SCIMITAR.
You can just go right to the compendium and drop it in your inventory.
Well, I'm just making a note of it now. I don't know if we're keeping this. How much of this we're going to keep and how much we're just going to turn in for bonus reward.
I don't
Listen,
know if
that's
Mr. Timmy G is doing carry weight or not, but that's an important thing to add into there as well.
I don't give a crap about carrying weight. It's generally most of the time you don't have enough to make it worth
Awesome.
your while.
Yeah, that and half the time, my it seems like just my starting equipment puts me at carry capacity. It's almost like D&D doesn't know how to do carry weight as a mechanic.
So yes, no extra math for math's sake. That's
Okay.
we're already heavy on that.
But you don't find any notes or orders on him on what to do stuff, so everyone's searching the other bodies, find oh yeah, you also found another minor healing potion on the bandit captain. He didn't get a chance to use it. Otherwise, you find about total between the other guys about 10 gold on them total between each of them. And each of them had another scimitar on them as well.
Yeah, we can probably just throw those in the cart.
And a light crossbow each as well.
I had everything noted down. Let's see, 2 agates, 4 scimitars.
But it seems like anything of value was all on the bandit captain.
Of course. Bandit captain.
I just realized I screwed up on my armor class.
How'd you screw up?
What'd you do?
I forgot that I wasn't wearing armor, so I actually haven't increased my armor class.
Oh yeah, armor defense from barbarians. Yeah.
Yep. Like that could have saved me a couple, but it's all good. Moving forward, I now have an updated one.
All right.
And you gonna roll your hit die to recover then, as well, because it's been an hour short rest.
Yeah.
Yep, you can use as many as you want, as long as you only use the number that you have, which is the same as your level.
So
3.
I'm not gonna do it because, well, I don't want to say. I'll wait till at the end because I'm probably gonna jinx myself.
If you didn't take any damage, you have no reason to take a hit die.
I know, but I feel like just pointing that out would mean next combat, I immediately take damage.
Yeah, I'm debating. I only took 4 damage, but I got 3 hit die left, so yeah, I'll see if I can.
I only have 23 HP, so when I took 6, that's literally a fourth of my health.
All right, I recover 3, so that puts me 1 off of.
Who tied up the bandit captain, by the way?
I believe Victor.
Okay, you want to give me a sleight of hand for tying him up?
Sure thing. Good roll. 20.
Okay, when you're doing the rest, does anyone want to give me a quick perception check?
Actually, yeah. By the way, I would point out while we take us, we would have dragged the bandit captain over to us near the campfire, just so that way we can all keep an eye on him. There we go.
Yeah, while we're resting.
Oops.
Yeah.
Keep thinking that's the thing to close it out.
You said perception?
Yep.
Yeah, and while we're resting, Andaris would have asked if we have any interest in investigating the fort itself.
I would say yes, only because if you can find the bodies or whatever's left of what happened to the missing people, then we can basically either take what information back to the capital and get that turned in, or B, we pursue until we know what happened to all those missing people. By the way, there's bound to be something interesting.
Okay, Victor, you notice something in this tree.
Light it up.
So I start focusing on the tree and start slowly walking toward it. See if I get a better look. Do I notice anything?
Okay, want to give me an investigation check?
Investigation, and no.
Well, they rolled for shit. You see a person in there, trying to hide in the branches.
Fuck him!
I stay my hand. I basically a little firebolt opens in my hand. Say, all right, you've had your
It's a
fun.
21 hit.
Step out.
Have you mentioned that there's anyone in the tree yet?
Yeah, I do mention there's someone in that tree over there. That's
I'll
what I'm
just
saying.
blast.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying here. I don't throw a fireball, but I just conjure up a flame in my hand. And I start talking to the person in the tree like, all right, come on out.
Yeah, I haven't made a token for this person yet, so I'm just going to...
They're hiding. They didn't declare themselves death enemy.
Just for the sake of it. You see a woman kind of dressed in darker clothes, short black hair, just saying, please don't hurt me. I was only doing what I was told by them. They'd kill me otherwise. Please, I don't mean you any harm.
I'm going to immediately insight that. With a 7 on the die, is she telling the truth?
Insight for me as well. I'll just blast.
Oh, what the hell? Garbage.
From anything you can tell, she is telling the truth.
I've got a solution to this problem. My good Pixie, go ahead and fix this, please. Read her thoughts.
Say, hey. I would like to point out and ask the Pixies going over, like, okay, we just want to make sure we just dealt with some trouble. Nobody wants any more. Right, everybody?
Let us probe your brain.
She needs to make, if she's going to resist, a wisdom saving throw.
And what's the DC to that?
The DC, which is going to be sounding like it's going to be real close, is where is it? A 12.
Your Pixie is unable to read her mind. She resisted it.
My Pixie can't read her brain, so enemy. Bye.
No.
I'll just blast.
No.
Please, I want to blast something today.
Please, I can take you where they brought the bodies. Just let me just take you there,
it's
please.
In a trap.
Well, since you haven't done anything openly hostile,
Answer my question.
No,
sure.
Please, I'm being threatened. I want to get out of this.
I believe her.
Tell us what you...
Andaris is going to
But I think we should tie her up still too.
Well, before we do, let's start off nice and gentle. Hello, I'm Victor. We're with Legion, or the capital of the Empire. Just want to make that perfectly clear. Why were you kidnapping people? Well, why was the crew that was forcing you kidnapping people? Let's start off with that.
Honestly, I don't know. I was just scouting out people for them to attack. That's all I did. And they dragged the bodies off to this cave off in the woods over here.
Gordon's gonna actually get closer and gonna see if there's any like discernible marks of like abuse or anything like that. How does she look?
Do an investigation check.
Investigation. That's 13.
Not that you can see.
Gosh, she looks pretty clean. Like, if they were using somebody to, like, trap people, there'd be some sort of markings on her, like, showing, like, abuse and force.
Not all scars are visible. Not all coercion is to the direct target.
And she has yet to say what coercion it is. It's given us only, I'll take you to where they put the bodies.
Well, there's a very simple solution for that.
We kill her.
Nope, Gorn.
Oh.
Gorn and Darius, you stay with the captain. Moundblood, if you wouldn't mind, let's see where these bodies are. And if there's anything out
Wait, you're gonna leave me with the captain?
Yes, we're splitting the party.
That sounds like a terrible idea. We should just tie up the woman and bring her with us.
Are both of the Grugs going off and leaving the nerds here?
Look, I'm pretty sure the nerds can handle. I'm pretty not to sound rude, but I'm pretty sure you two can handle a captured captain. And
are you saying we're incapable of helping you with a fort full of bandits? That's a trap that this woman's going to lead us to.
I'm saying if it is a trap, then we're putting the minimal amount of people at risk.
But then you're putting yourself at risk, and should you die, we have to go get you or just abandon you. And he kind of thinks for a second. I have no issue with this.
That's as I thought. But hey, send the pixie with us.
I won't be able to do too much with that. Actually, she's just gonna be on her own. I mean,
so in which case, hold on. I have her name on my notes. So
I mean, she may not listen to you. She kind of only listens to like me, and that's only sometimes.
Victor goes up to Chlora the Pixie and says, "Would you be nice enough to follow us in? Make sure this is not a trap. I'll give you something nice if you want in return."
Can I call a roll for him?
Yeah, because I am clearly persuading this Pixie.
Yeah, I would say go ahead and give advantage to him because you're baiting her with a prize.
Roll for it.
All right, let's see how her insight's gonna go.
Ooh.
Okay, hold on, give me one quick second. Let's see how she does. Let's see how her impulses go. She kind of looks at me and like looking for permission to go, and I was like, oh, whatever, I can just summon you back if I need to. And she'll nod to you and then just sit right on your horn.
So Victor turns to Moundblood. But so worst case scenario, it might be a trap, but I trust you and I can get out of there fast enough if it is.
I have a sixth sense about danger as in traps and whatnot, so I'll keep you in the loop.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna sit here. I got all my stuff back. I am healed, and we'll question this bandit captain as soon as he wakes up. And Gordon's gonna go over there and kick him right in the ribs. Wake up!
So I say that's where we should call it for the night then.
All right.
Nice.
So like I said, this is I'm having a lot of fun. Like, we're really coming together as a team.
Yeah.
By that I mean we're really good at killing people.
Especially me.
I just want to keep all sus on Goran at all times. Is he going to kill that person? Is he not? Who knows? We don't know.
Did he really steal that book from the Mages College? Who knows?
Is he going to blast that woman that's hiding in the tree and didn't declare herself after an hour of us talking about how we're going to interrogate this bandit captain? Who knows?
Turns out that's what he was in prison for was overdue library books from the Mages College.